Pastoralists in Wajir County are grappling with the effects of the changing weather patterns. From droughts that last to floods that swell, forcing families to deal with the pain of hunger, the strain of malnutrition on their children, and loss of their livestock. It is this reality that has seen women in the community choose to break from this cycle to put food on the table. Our reporter Marie Yambo brings us the details of how the pastoralist community is choosing a new path to reverse the grim story of malnutrition, hunger, death, and loss of livelihoods.
Tucked in northeastern Kenya, Wajir County is one of the 3 counties in the region. Here, the impact of the changing weather pattern is grim, from flooding to prolonged droughts, leaving families destitute as their livestock are swept away by the angry waters or reduced to bones due to acute drought and famine.
The volume or the amount of rainfall that we are supposed to receive in a span of 3 months, generally we receive it in 1 day. When we have droughts, we also have resource-based conflicts. When we have droughts, we also have disease outbreaks.
One such family is that of Camilla Aden. She lost all her goats in 2022 owing to drought. This left her family vulnerable and without a source of livelihood or food.
Hakukuwa na chakula, hakuwa na nothing, hakuna kitu ya kumpigia mtoto, mtoto analia. Mbuzi leo moja asubuhi ukitoa yote kwa nyumba ikienda nje 2 3 inalala nje imekufa, unarudisha 2 zote zikaisha.
Hassan was also treated for Kalaza, a parasitic disease that can be fatal if untreated.
Akapata hiyo dawa, nikamaliza. Kukuja tena, ile mtoto hakuli vizuri lakini kulingana na venye alikuwa hayuko hivyo.
This would see the family join the list of vulnerable groups assisted through the cash transfer programs from organizations like Save the Children.
We also help vulnerable community members in the areas that we work, whereby we register them under what we call the cash transfer, where we give them a monthly cash transfer of 9,000 Kenyan shillings to take care of their basic needs within the household.
A few years ago, these women were a dejected lot. The drought situation had devastated their lives, leaving their children hungry and malnourished. But today, with the help of partners, they are able to support their families. Camilla's family has benefited from several of such programs.
Hiyo wakati mimi mtoto wangu alikuwa mwaka moja, alikuwa very weak kwa sababu ya njaa. Sasa hiyo wakati walinianzia hiyo pesa, mimi hiyo wakati nilikuwa na stress, nimetoka town, sina kazi, nilikuwa naishi kwa nyumba ya bwana, bwana amenitoa kwa ile nyumba, nikakuja nikaishi hapa. Stress yangu ni mingi, watoto ndo hawa, ng'ombe imeisha, ukame iko mingi. Sasa venye hiyo pesa ya save ilikuja hiyo 5,000, nilipoteza na stress.
Perhaps alive to the reality that receiving the funds may not be sustainable, she opted to think outside the box. The last tranche she received under the program was 13,000 shillings, funds she opted to pump into business. She partnered with a friend whose story is not different from hers, and together they saved and raised 60,000 shillings, which they used as capital to buy this cow and embark on dairy farming. This will not only guarantee them a constant source of income, but will also provide milk to feed their children who are at risk of malnutrition.
Na sanduku yenye nimesave na hiyo pesa ilikuwa hapa mimi na huyo mama. Tukipata tu pesa ikiingia save, tunatoa kwa M-Pesa hivi tu tunaweka kifuli hapo hapo. Hiyo pesa ndo nimenunua na hiyo ng'ombe. Sasa hiyo ng'ombe tukikamua nawekea watoto kwa chai. Kama sina kitu ingine nipate ugali nusu na koroga wanakula nayo.
In a month, the 2 women received 9,000 shillings from their joint venture from milk sales.
3,500 immediately naenda naye town. Nachukua na sukari kilo 4, unga kilo 2, mchele hivi. Sasa hiyo 1,000 nanunua na viazi, nyanya, hiyo suku nyama hivi ndogo nusu vizuri, supu yake. Hiyo 500 ndo sasa nanunua na sukuma, spinach, suku yenye napika ugali, hiyo sukuma kidogo, spinach kidogo. Asubuhi nikipika kitu kama unga naweka mayai moja. Hiyo pesa paka wa leo hiyo 4,500 niko kukula leo hii.
The women here have also formed a group to save money. And as part of value addition, they also make and sell yogurt to increase their profit margins.
Mtoto wangu nampea hiyo yogurt, sasa anakunywa hiyo yogurt. Maisha yenye alikuwa na sasa iko tofauti. Mtoto wangu mbeleni hakuwa anafanana na miaka yake. Nikisema mtoto ni miaka 3 na hakuna mwenye ananikubali. Mtoto very weak hivi. Daktari ananiambia mama mtoto wako very weak. Lakini sasa mtoto wangu anafanana na miaka yake.
Further north in Bosicha village, Barre Ahmed's family has not been spared either by the vagaries of nature.
We used to rely on livestock. Due to drought, the animals are dead.
Today, she attends an outreach program that creates awareness on nutrition. She is among those who received food supplements for our children. Musa Herwala, a nurse in charge of the Jawa Health Center in Bosicha, says plant nuts are the lifeline for malnourished children.
It has more nutrients, ingredients, like the groundnuts and so. It has so many ingredients. So it will help this child boost the weight.
According to a report by Save the Children, Wajir is one of the regions with acute malnutrition rates of between 15 and 29%. Although the numbers have improved with just 1 or 2 cases being reported, it was not always the case.
It was more than 200 malnutrition cases in Ajao Health Center and its outreach sites that were there during the drought times, of which it was a problem. As of now, the number of malnutrition cases that I have for Bosicha along this outreach site that I am today is 31, and by then it was 100.
Mariambo reporting for KBC, Channel 1.